Okay, I think we are set. Mr. Emerald is our facilitator. Please take it away.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Let me know whether you are hearing me.
We can hear you, George.
Okay, thank you very much. So good afternoon, members. You are all welcome to today's session, where we want to get to understand different Google tools that you as a digital teacher needs to be aware of, and you should be in a position to utilize them. I'm sure in your experience or as far as digital immigration is concerned, you have been interacting with some of these tools. I would wish to understand your past experience as far as Google different digital tools are concerned. So I know by virtue that most of you are already enrolled to our Google Classroom, that definitely communicates to me that most of you are familiar with using Google services like Gmail. And of course, today we are going to still dive into Gmail. We are going to look at best practices of Gmail account and what are the benefits of using Gmail. And then later on, we shall explore Google Drive. But then let's begin with Gmail or emails. I know in your past, you have been at least utilizing emails. So I need to understand, basing on your experience, basing on your previous experience with emails, what you have been in position to do with it and the way you have been utilizing it. So I have a simple question. How often do you send emails as a person or as a digital teacher? How often do you send emails to your friends, to your colleagues? So I need some responses. Maybe you can put the responses on the chat.
You can put up their hands.
Okay, somebody is putting up their hand. So Rogers and the team, the co-admins, you can help me to unmute some of the participants that we are having, and they are putting up their hands. I see someone with the name iPhone. It would be better if we renamed ourselves, because I would not wish to give you another name called iPhone, and yet it is not your natural name given to you by the time they gave birth to you. I can see Mr. Deus. Mr. Deus, tell us how often you send emails. Mr. Deus?
Hello.
Yes, Mr. Deus, go ahead, we are hearing you.
Yeah, are you hearing me? Yes, I sent an email on Gmail.
What did you just say?
Hello? I'm not hearing properly.
But I can hear you, you can speak.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead and tell us, how often do you send emails?
Pardon?
We are
I was
asking.
saying that I send frequently. I send frequently using Gmail, using
Okay,
Zoom.
you send frequently.
Yeah, but I've not sent using Zoom, but at least I've been sending using Gmail, then and these other emails like Yahoo.
Okay, thank you so much. Any other person?
Pardon?
Thank you so much. We have had yours, Madam Irene and Serunjoji. Madam Irene, somebody unmute Madam Irene. Somebody kindly help me and unmute Madam Irene. Hello.
Yeah, members, when you see a prompt asking you to unmute, you click on it. We have asked her, but I think she has not unmuted.
Okay, let's go to another person, and that is there is Sitali.
Hello. Hello, this is Irene.
Okay, I'm Crispin. Yes. I send emails not so frequently, rarely, but I always log in. At least every day I log in to the system. But sending maybe just twice a day or maybe twice a week sometimes.
Okay.
Hello, this is Irene.
Yes, Irene, go ahead.
I send emails almost every day. During school term for my students, my classes demand that I send emails to invite the children on a daily basis. But I am also a student, so I send myself updates on my email. For example, if I receive a file or a link that I want to use later, I send it to myself, for example, from WhatsApp, from a WhatsApp group, and I paste it into my Compose and save. It's like a way of saving my email, my information to my email account. So it's almost daily.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Emerald, are you off? Okay, members, Mr. Emerald was launching the discussion about email, and many of us opened the emails, but we rarely check them out. By the time you want to check the email, you no longer remember the password. So in this session, we are going to be appreciating email and collaboration. If you have to do e-learning, emails are used a lot. And so many of us, when we were applying for this program, we submitted actually wrong emails. The emails we could send messages and they could bounce back. So that is the challenge that is there. And one of the things that we have to know is to make sure that we are having emails and they are well secured. So we are going to be launching the presentation once again. And then we shall be able to proceed. So with Google, the emails have associated services that come with them. And we are supposed to know all the other tools. It doesn't end with email only. It goes up to other services like the Google Drive, which is the online storage, and other services that are part of the Google. And some of us are using all other mail providers like Yahoo and those other ones. But we are going to be mainly encouraging Google because it has a lot of additional services that come with it. Okay, so I've been trying to, I'm trying to load here. Mr. Emorut is going to be getting us. Let me first hear from teacher. You can be able to share that, then we shall be continuing. And teacher Pure.
Thank you so much, Rogers. Can you hear me?
Yes.
The question was, how often do you use emails, right? Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, I use emails, I can say always. Like at times I can receive an email, then I have to answer it. Yes, I'm also a student, and this program is so good to me now. So at times our lecturers can communicate to us through emails. We receive assignments and we're able to hand in the coursework to our lecturers through their emails. So I can say I use emails always. That's the answer.
Okay, thank you. Teacher Pure?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so yes, Teacher Summers.
Yes. Rogers.
Yes. Good morning, everyone.
Yes.
I really want to appreciate you for this presentation today. You have really mentioned about email. I don't really use email at all, if I'm to say. And the reason is I'm not familiarized on how am I supposed to chat using email, and how am I supposed to send messages. And even actually, the bigger problem was even to open. So someone just helped me to open, but now I have to operate and manage it. It's really the knowledge I lack. Thank you very much.
Okay. So, Mr. Emorut, are you back? Okay, so maybe as Mr. Emorut comes back, I also don't know whether my screen here is going to be. Okay, so when you get a phone, when you get an Android phone, you must have an email for you to log into that phone. Android is the most commonly Android phones are more common than iPhones and other phones which are made by other companies. Yeah, but when you get a phone, normally when you are setting up, some of us, when we go to the shops to buy a phone, the other person is one who helps us, who sets up for us. For us, we just receive the phone and we start using. The email is logged in, but we never care much, and we check emails only once in a while. So what one of the things we are supposed to master is how to use emails well, how to use things like the carbon copy, the blind carbon copy. How do you use those things when you are sending email? The best practices of using email, but also the other associated services with email. So you're supposed to know those ones.
Rogers. Rogers. Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, sorry, I broke off. There is a serious downpour in my area of residence, and the network is kind of on and off. But we thank God that I'm back. So by the time I went off, I remember we're looking at, I had asked you a question that how often do you send emails? And the members were able to notify us that some of them use emails daily, some use them frequently. And I'm wondering whether do we have someone who does not usually use the emails? Do we have anybody who doesn't always use emails?
Yes, Mr. George, I think there's a member who was saying that he has it, but he doesn't use it a lot and doesn't know very well how to use it. So I think you can just proceed because even the time has a bit gone. You can proceed.
Okay, so want to look at a few practical bits how we can use emails, and this basically helps people who are not always utilizing emails. Of course, emails, having an email account like Gmail, first and foremost, Gmail is a free service which is provided by Google. And since it is a free service, it is a very good tool that each and every digital teacher should be having, because trust me, when you have a Gmail account, you get to access very many services that Google offers. And already, I thank God, already we are engaging ourselves in utilizing some of the Google best features. For example, already people are using Google Classroom. People are already utilizing Google Classroom, and on your screen, you can see a variety of those Google services. So once you have a Gmail account, you are able to access services, things like Google Classroom. You are able to access Google Drive, which we are going to dive into later on, the popular YouTube platform that each and everyone usually goes to search for videos, to search for movies, and to search for different videos. The prerequisite for you to be able to access Google, for you to be able to access YouTube properly is having a Gmail account. And the rest of these other services that you are seeing, like Google Docs, the Google Sheets, the Google Slides, and then the Google Maps. Some of us travel with the help of Google Maps. So when you have a Gmail account, really, you get a chance to be able to enjoy the benefits of using all these Google services. So we are going to look at basically how we can sign into a Gmail account. I believe all of you have got a Gmail account. So we're just going to look at a few things. We are not going to look at each and everything. Already we have uploaded some other resources. Because of limited time, we have uploaded some other resources on the Google Classroom. So by the end of the session, you should be able to visit to look out for other reading material and also videos that can teach you deeply more about Gmail. So let's go to our internet browser. So I'm going to share my screen. So I'm going to come and open an internet browser. An internet browser is any software that enables you to be in position to access, to browse the internet when you are using a computer. So we have a variety browsers like Google Chrome, we have Firefox, Opera Mini, and the rest. For now, we are going to use this particular one, Google Chrome. So let me first close it. Let me close it and then I come and open it afresh. So this is the internet browser we are going to use. It is called Google Chrome. So once Google Chrome opens, you should be in a position to type on the address bar of your internet browser. You should be in position to type Gmail, gmail.com. Once you type gmail.com, then you hit enter on your keyboard. It should be able to take you to a window where you are able to log in. So by the time you come to this level of logging in, it should get that you have already created a Gmail account, which I believe all of us in this classroom have already. So already I have various accounts which are already signed to, which I have ever signed to with the help of this internet browser which I have. So I am going to select my particular Gmail account, which is this one, which is a Morut George. So I'll click on it, and then it will ask me to enter my password. So this is the area where I will type my password. After typing my password, I should be able to come to next. Now you can see my Gmail account is opening up. Just because I was able to sign in with my correct password. So in case you enter a wrong password, which you didn't use when you were signing up for your Gmail account, trust me, you will not be in position to enter to your Gmail account. The other option that you will have to do is to reset the password just in case you have forgotten how to do it. So we are not going to go through the process of resetting. That is another homework that you'll have to do. You'll go to YouTube, search for a video on how to reset your Gmail password, and then you should be in position to learn. So after signing in into your Gmail account, as you can see, we are welcomed with very many emails. We are welcomed with very many messages. And these messages are emails coming from different people. These are messages or these are emails which have been sent to me by different people. So I get to access those messages from the inbox section of my Gmail account. So you can see right here, I'm on my inbox section of my Gmail account, and I can see the number of emails that I've so far received. There are 1,831. So this is the area where I always go to in order for me to be able to see any new email that has been sent to me. So the new emails which have been sent to me, the ones which I have not yet read, they are usually having bold letters. As you can see, all these ones came, actually, most of these have just come recently. You can even see the time they came, it is this other side. So if I need to read any email here, I just need to click on it and then it should be able to open. For example, let me open this one. I will click it and then I get to see the details. If I want to go to read others, I'll just come back here and then I can scroll and then I can see, maybe I want to open this other one, then that is how it is. So if I want to respond to this particular email, it means I am going to reply. Most of the time when you're using different platforms like WhatsApp, even if you are just using your mobile phone and somebody sends you a message, most of the time you are supposed to respond to that person by sending a reply. So with Gmail, you can be in position to reply somebody's message. So let me come back this way and then I'm going to select one of the emails that somebody sent to me. For example, let me see this one. So if I want to respond to this particular one, I just need to click reply, and then a window or an area where I can reply to that particular person comes in. But when you look at here, this message, this particular email came from Google Classroom. And here I'm notified that this is a no reply. This email, this notification, this is an email which is like a notification coming from Google Classroom. And I'm not supposed to respond or to reply to it. So I'm not going to reply to that particular one. So let me just look for an email which Mr. Rogers has ever sent to me. So I'll click on Rogers, and then there is this particular email that he sent me. So he told me, dear members, please find the attachment and then do something about that attachment. The details are there. So if I want to respond to Mr. Rogers, I'll just click reply. If I want to reply and if I want to send a reply and all these people, like when you look at down here, it shows you all the people this email was sent to. If I want to reply this particular email and all these people are able to see my reply, then I will come to reply all. But in this particular case, I need to reply to Rogers only. So I will click reply and then I will say, okay, please. So this is now my feedback to Mr. Rogers. The only thing I need to do is to click send, and then Mr. Rogers receives my feedback. The other thing that we need to know is how do we send a new email to someone? If you need to send an email to someone, you will have to come to this plus button, and then you click compose. And then this is where you are going to type the email addresses of the people you are going to send to, just in case you are going to send an email to multiple people. But if you are going to send it to only one person, then you are going to type the person's email account here. For example, I can say I'm sending an email to georgeemorut@gmail.com. I'm sending another email to maybe Olia or Hagamary. So these are now the recipients. These are the people I want to receive my email. If I have colleagues maybe at my place of work and I want them to get a copy of this email, and at the same time I want them to be in a position to see the other people, the other recipients who accessed who were sent the same email, then I'm going to demarcate them as carbon copy recipients. I saw in the chat somebody was asking for the difference between carbon copy and the blind carbon copy recipients. So I want us to do it practically and you get to understand. So carbon copy recipients, I'm going to type some here. I'm going to say Oliao Sarah. Oliao Sarah is going to be my carbon copy recipient. And let me type another one. Maybe I have Henry. Henry Sechito is going to be another carbon copy recipient. And then I want to add a blind carbon copy recipient. I will explain the difference between a carbon copy recipient and then a blind carbon copy recipient. So I will click on blind carbon copy recipients, and then let me type someone like Kasa, Moses Kasa is going to be my blind carbon copy recipient. Now the difference between carbon copy recipients and blind carbon copy recipients is here. So when someone is a carbon copy recipient, the moment we send an email to someone who has been indicated here as a carbon copy recipient, that person can be in a position to see the rest of the recipients who received the same email. And then the moment we indicate someone as a blind carbon copy recipient, this means that person cannot be in position to see the rest of the recipients who received the same email. I hope we have got the difference between a carbon copy recipient and then a blind carbon copy recipient. So I'm done with entering my recipients or the people that are going to receive my email. So the next thing I need to enter here is the subject of my email. So let me say maybe I'm talking about, I'm just sending I'm sending maybe something like a family meeting. Family meeting is what I'm communicating about in this particular email. Then I come here. This is the body section of my email. This is where I'm going to enter all the details about my email. So in the body of my email, I'm going to put the details. I will say, hello members. Hello members. This is to notify. This is to notify all of you that we shall have a family meeting as per the attachment below. So make sure the words you have typed are correctly spelled. It is one of the best practice of using emails. it will not be good for you to send people information, send people an email which has got a lot of errors which somebody cannot easily understand. So I've said this is to notify all of you that we shall have a family meeting as per the attachment. So this statement is notifying these recipients that the details of the family meeting are found on the attachment. So what does that mean? It means I must add that attachment which has got the details about the meeting. An attachment is like an external file which you can bring here inside your email account in order for you to share with another person. So for me to be able to add that attachment, I will click on this icon. I hope you are seeing the icon. It's right here. So when I click on that icon, it will take me to my computer where I can easily look for an attachment. For now, I'm going to use this one as my attachment. So I'll get it and I click open, then it will upload it here as you are seeing. After me uploading my attachment, I should be in position to conclude. I should be in position to conclude and say, thank you, yours sincerely. And then I enter my name, George Morut. So I can be in a position to format even some text that I have inside my message body of my email. For example, I may want this name to be bold, so I'll just highlight it, and then I come to this formatting options, and then this particular ribbon appears here where I can format this text to look like the way I want. For example, if I want to make it bold, I just need to click letter B, and then you can see my name has become bold. So if I have any other thing, maybe like a list of items that I've typed here, for example, maybe the people, maybe I can add and say, please remember to invite the following people. Remember to invite the following people, then I will say Peter, Isaac, and Tom. Okay. Maybe I want to format this very well, so I can highlight and then I give them a numbered list formatting style, as you can see. So basically that is how we can create an email. And then now the other thing which I'm left with is just to send it, and then these recipients will be able to receive it. So to send, I'll just click on the send button, and then I should get a notification which says the email has been sent. Now my recipients will have got it, and then they should be in a position to reply to me after seeing it. So it should be a good practice to all of us as digital teachers to always keep on checking our emails, because once you are always actively using your email, your employers will always be sending you notifications. Things are shifting from the other traditional way of doing things to now digital way of doing things. Now people are going to be shifting even from making phone calls to now just sending WhatsApp messages, sending you email notifications. So it's a good practice to any digital teacher to always be in a position to keep on checking your email. Your email has to be a working email. You should be always checking it every now and then. The good advantage that we have is most of the smartphones that we have, they give us a provision where we can download a Gmail app and then we install it on our phones. So even if you are not having a computer, some people may assume for you to be able to access your emails, you only need a computer for you to be able to do it. But even if you have a smartphone, just need to go to your Google Play Store and then you download a Gmail app, and then you should be able to access all the features that, most of the features which you access on the computer, you should be able to access them on your Gmail app. So you download the Gmail app, install it on your smartphone, and then sign into that Gmail app with your Gmail email address. And then you should be able to check your emails every now and then, the very way you usually check on your WhatsApp messages. Because trust me, when you are using your WhatsApp application, you are always using data. So the same data that you use on checking your email accounts can be the same data that you can use to check your emails always. So remember, we said that when you have a Gmail account, you stand a chance to have you stand a chance to access very many other Google services. Google services like the ones we saw, things like Google Drive, which we are going to go to shortly, Google Calendar, YouTube. Some people believe, some people are always asking, what does it take to have a YouTube channel? I'm telling you, so long as you have a Gmail account, it is just the only requirement that you need for you to have a YouTube channel. Once you have a Gmail account, then you already qualify to have qualify to have a YouTube channel. And then already we are interacting with the Google Classroom. You realize that most of you are able to access Google Classroom just because you are having a Gmail account. So you can also back up your Google, you can also back up some of your photos to your to Google Photos. There is a Gmail, there is a Google platform called Google Photos. So let me first go to Google homepage. So when you come to this other particular area here, you get to see all the different services provided by Gmail. You can see we have Google Drive, we have Google Search, we have Google Play Station. This one is available on most of our Android smartphones. This is the service where you go and you download all the applications installed on your phone. Once you have a Gmail account, you can also host a Google Meet meeting. You can host a meeting. So the way we are having this meeting on Zoom. So this is another alternative that you can take if you don't want to use a Zoom. So the only the only prerequisite that you need to have is a Gmail account in order for you to be able to host a meeting with Google Meet. And then you can also save your contacts to Google Contacts. So let me just show you. From here. I'm logged into my Gmail account. When I come at this other particular area here, and then I click on this icon, I hope we are all seeing. I've clicked on contacts. I have most of my contacts, they are here. So even if I lost my smartphone, even if I lost my SIM cards, trust me, I can access my contacts. What I only need to do is I go to my computer or another smartphone, and then I sign into my Gmail account, and then I should be able to access all the contacts that I saved on my Google Contacts. So you really realize that Google is giving us a lot of things which are totally free. So for example, when you look at like those contacts, you only need to have a Gmail account, and then you should be able to add as many contacts as possible. Sometimes some people keep on crying, oh, my SIM cards they are filled up with contacts, and they no longer have where to store contacts. This is a very good platform where you could go and store as many contacts as you want. So I want us to dive into Google Drive because of time. We are coming to one. So I want us to dive into Google Drive. Google Drive is also another good tool, another good platform that any digital teacher needs to be familiar with. So we need to understand what is this Google Drive thing all about. Hello, do you still hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So we want to dive into Google Drive. So I'm sure most of the time we are working with computers, smartphones, and the tablets, and so on. And most of the time when you are working with those devices, I believe you are always saving some of your files into different gadgets that you have. For example, if you are having a smartphone, you will always take pictures. You will always create presentations like the way Mr. Henry guided us the other previous day. And then you will always be able to record videos, and those videos can be stored on that particular device that you have used to capture those videos or pictures. So we want to look at Google Drive as another platform that any digital teacher needs to be utilizing or familiar with. So Google Drive is a cloud-based storage platform, and it is another free service that is given to us by Google also. So once you have a Google account or a Gmail account, it means you already have what we call a Google Drive. So for you to be able to access a Google Drive, you should be able to sign into your Gmail account, and then you should be able to do very many things that we are going to try out. So let me click on this Google Drive. So the moment I click on the Google Drive, it takes me to my Google Drive. Remember, I told you Google Drive is a cloud-based storage platform, a platform where you can store files, where you can store your files, where you can create folders, just like the way you can store your files on your local computer. You can upload files of different formats, and the files can be documents, the files can be videos, files can be images, just like the way you see the different file formats that you store on your local computer. So Google Drive is a cloud-based storage platform, whereby once you upload any of your files onto Google Drive, you don't need to move with any of your storage devices. Like, I know most of us have flash drives, most of us have external hard drives where we are always keeping our information. But remember, those flash drives and the external drives can easily get a problem. So where do you head to in order for you to get access to your files? One time I had very sensitive files that I had kept in a flash, and then I happened to move to the nearest stationery shop around, and then I gave those people my flash because I wanted them to print for me a certain document. But I'm telling you what happened to me. It taught me a lesson that I learned forcefully. The flash drive was filled up with viruses which corrupted each and every file that I had stored on that flash drive. But now, if I had stored some of those files on my Google Drive, trust me, I would have somewhere where I could run to and I get a copy of the same files which were corrupted. So it is a good practice to any digital teacher to always be in position to upload sensitive files, upload very useful files to your Google Drive. Because once you upload them there, you can access them on any device. Even if you have a smartphone, you only need internet on that smartphone, then you should be able to log into your Gmail account, and then you should be in position to log into your Google account, a Google Drive account, and then you access those files as you can see right.
Mr. Emerald.
Yes, please.
I want first to show something here on phone.
Okay.
Regarding the same,
Okay.
because many of the members have been using phone, and our time has gone. Okay, I hope you can hear me. Yeah,
Yes,
so
Rogers.
we are having all those apps that Mr. Morut has been talking about on these phones of Android. And he has talked about to email, and many of us have emails, but we rarely use these accounts well. So if you go to your email here, you should be able to navigate, and you can have more than one email. For example, I'm logged in here. I have 3 emails here on my phone, logged in on the same phone. I have Rogers, I have ICT teachers. I have 2 emails as Rogers. I have one M Rogers for place, I have another Career Rogers. So you can even have an account for your child. For example, if a child is attending online lessons, you can add another account for that child. And you set up that account. So when the teacher sends work, the worker goes into the child's account. So you can be able to add, you can verify your phone, and then you add the account accordingly. So that is one thing you should be able to know. Then the other thing that Mr. Mot is talking about is this one of Google Drive. We have Google Classroom. The Google Classroom app also works with the same email of Google. So if you have an account of Gmail, that means with Google Classroom app, you will not have any problem. Things will be working well. Yeah, so that is the other thing that you should do in that case. Then we have the issue of Google Drive. Maybe let me do this. I should log in with the okay, let me use the phone audio here to speak so that everything comes well. Yeah, so if I have, I was talking about Google Drive. So personally, I've been using Google Drive for more than, now it is coming to more than 10 years, because I have all my content in this Google Drive. For example, if they tell me to go to a class to teach, even if they tell me there's a class at 2, I just go to that class and I start teaching. I have my schemes of work. They're here in my Google Drive app. So if I want a scheme of work of any class, I just open and I can be able to submit. So some of us have been teaching for many years, but we still struggle when they tell us they want a scheme of work, because we don't, they are not readily available. So maybe you type to them on some computer. Yeah, your internet should be stable for you to be able to access all these documents. Yeah, so you should, as a teacher, you should have all your things there. Notes, if they want notes, you should have your notes on your phone. And if the phone is stolen, there's no problem. You just buy another phone, log in, and your work will be there. So it should be able to, you should have your notes for your subject all on your fingertips. If they say, okay, you are going to this class, you just come and open, and you open the presentation, and you can, even if power goes off, maybe you are using a projector, you just switch to your phone and you continue teaching. Like we have been talking about yesterday, about teaching using a phone. Yeah, so we should be having all these things at our fingertips. Now, because of time, we are having actually, we are having some Mr. Morot sent me the work, his presentation. I have it here on my phone. So I'm going to open this presentation. We are going to be sharing with you this presentation on and the task. So this is the presentation that Mr. Morot has been using there for the presentation. It is opening. Okay. So yeah, there is some assignment here at the end that we are going to try out. So we should be really comfortable with using our phones in teaching and in e-learning. The challenges of internet and others notwithstanding, we should be able to comfortably use these Google tools. So what I'm loading here is that particular part on what we are going to be doing. And after we have taken note of that, we are going to get some questions on those who don't know where to start from. We are going to continue this call for some minutes so that we can respond to the questions. Yeah. So okay, just wait a minute. So what we are going to request you to do is to go to your you are going to go to Google Drive and create a folder and upload the presentation and the video that you created on day 2 and day 3. We created this video and presentation on day 2 and day 3, and then you change the Drive folder access permission to everyone with the link. Then after that, you are going to submit that link on Google Classroom. We have also put there a quiz. Yeah, we have also put there a quiz that you are going to do. And you are going to attempt that quiz. It is going to be objective type, asking about the Google collaboration tools, email, blind carbon copy, all those things that Mr. Morot was talking about earlier. You are going to do this assignment. Send us a link to a Google Drive folder and also attempt the objectives at the quiz, which is there on the Google Classroom. So when you create that, when you create the Drive folder, you can even use your phone. That's why I decided to switch to the phone as well. So when you go to your phone, you should be able to click on this. There's somewhere here. You look for Google Drive, and then you'll see several options there. There is create folder, upload, scan, Google Doc, Google Sheets, Google Slides. So if you want to create a folder, you click on create folder, and then you give it a name, maybe Edify training. You see, you say Edify training. Okay. Then you create the folder. After creating the folder, you go inside and you upload. You upload the other screen recording you did yesterday. So you go to your phone, and then you look for where the screen recorder is. For me, I use the Mobizen screen recorder. So I select my screen recorder and I upload it, the screen recording I did. Then I can also upload the presentation in the same way. Then after that, I click on this and then I say copy link. So that is the link that there's also this part of share. You can say, I want everyone who has access to this particular folder. So that is how we can share. So you can share and say, change only people added can open. So I can say change, and I say, I want anyone with link. Anyone with link. So when you do that, the permission is going to be updated. So you can be able to copy that. And then you go to your Google Classroom and you submit the assignment. So you go to your Google Classroom and you go to your class. For example, if this is my class, I look for the assignment which the teacher has posted. Then I say add work and I say link and I put my link. So when I put my link like that, I add, then I will be able to submit that particular link. Yeah, so you should be able to do something like that. Yeah, so on my phone here, I have some restrictions there, but because I'm also sharing the screen. Okay, so basically within 1 hour, that is the, we don't want within 1 hour, that is what we can cover now, but we can now respond to other issues. We have an assignment which is going to help us to practice. Then we also have a tutorial which we have prepared. Mr. Henry, the computer guy, has prepared a tutorial on his YouTube channel showing how to open a Gmail account, how to use the Google Drive. There is a tutorial. So if you have not understood, you have been catered for. We have a video both for mobile and also for desktop. So we have a tutorial here. It is 14 minutes. We are going to be sharing the link, and also we shall put it in the Google Classroom for your reference. So it is going to walk through the entire process. Mr. Henry has put it there on his channel. Okay, that is what I wanted to summarize, because I saw the time had gone and we had to really find out summarizing. Let us get any hands and then we close the meeting. If you have any comment, you have any question, in the afternoon when we come back, we are going to do that same assignment in breakaway sessions. We are going to create a folder collaboratively, add our emails, create documents together. We are going to do a lot of collaboration in breakaway sessions. We are going to do files, we put them in one folder together. So you come when you are ready to share your phone or your computer as we collaboratively use the Google tools that we have. If you have any question now, you can put up your hand within a few minutes and then we close. Yes, William. Yes, Goretti.
How can I say,
Sharon?
How can I set automated messages? E.g., maybe communicating that tomorrow I will not be around. How do I set automated messages? I normally see, like I can send a message and I get feedback that I'm not around maybe for 2 days. How can I myself set such a message?
Okay, those that one you go to your settings under Google. You can put what you call an away message, and the times when you are supposed to, you can be away. So that is done under the settings of your Gmail. There are a lot of settings there under Gmail, which you can be able to use to do that. We also have what we call the signatures. There are very many things there. Yeah, so you just go to your Gmail and then you click on settings. So you take your time and pass through. You'll see a lot of options, but we're also going to be sending you more tutorials to show you. So there are a lot of settings here, labels, accounts, info, chat, there are many advanced, there are many settings there you have to pass through for that particular purpose. Let us get another comment. We are going to be sending you a tutorial on that, how to set away message in the WhatsApp group. Next, let us get another person, Catherine.
I was saying thank you very much. Are you getting me?
Yes.
Yeah, on add work using Google Drive, I saw you adding a link. And yet the other time when we are using the other, not the Google Drive, it was just uploading automatically.
No, in Google Classroom has many ways of submitting work. You can upload it as you are saying, or if you have it on Google Drive, you don't need again to upload it. You can just get the link to that work in Google Drive and submit it here. So when a person, you just click on that link and the other work will be. So do you want to upload on Google Drive? Again, upload on Google Classroom. In Google Classroom, there are many ways of submitting work. You can create a new document. You can upload an existing document. You can add a link to existing work online. Yes.
Thank you.
So what we want in this assignment is a link to a folder having your work. The folder should be in Google Drive. Is that clear?
Mr. Rogers?
Yes.
For Madame Goretti, I've already shared a video under our WhatsApp group. If he's already there, she can go and see how to create automated reply on our Gmail accounts.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Any other? Shiba? Samuel?
Rogers.
Yes.
Somebody inbox me wants guidance on how to create a folder and upload files using a computer. So maybe if I can show that very fast.
But your network is breaking. Let us just send them a resource because that time has gone. We are going to be doing that also in the breakaway sessions at 5. So let them research. Let them research. We can send you a video. You can do additional research. Try to do something. At 5, if you fail, you come and we discuss. Okay. Other members, I'm seeing as if the network is not good.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
I want to thank you so much for this session. Yes, William. My challenge is I've just joined in today. I was inquiring whether I will be in position to get other things that I missed and how whether the tutorials and the rest.
You are covered. Everything is available. Just join the Google Classroom. You'll find all the handouts and the resources they have been putting. And also, we have all the sessions on the YouTube channel. So have you joined the WhatsApp group? If you have joined the WhatsApp group, we are going to share the link to all the sessions that you missed and how to join the Google Classroom to get the materials. Okay. I'm still seeing hands here. Olupot.
Yes, thank you. I wanted to find if there is a way, in case your gadget, like your phone, is overwhelmed with the files and you want to transfer all of them into the Google Drive. Is there a quick way of doing that?
You can upload the files to your Google Drive and you delete them from the computers, from your phone, so that you save space. Actually, it is the Gmail gives you 15 GB of storage. So you install the Gmail, you have to take your time. It doesn't have to be automatic. You create a folder, then you say select upload the way I demonstrated, and then you select, you go to the phone and you select those particular files you want to upload. After they have uploaded, then you delete off. You can do it well if you have access to some Wi-Fi, which is a bit strong, then you do it once and for all, and then after that you can, because if you're using this, if you are weak MBs, it may take your time if the files are big. So you need to make sure that your internet is okay.
Okay, thank you so much.
William? Okay. Thank you very much, members. I think we can now go for lunch and we meet at 5.
Okay, thank you. Though I was out of class.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Morut, thank you very much. Facilitators, I don't know if you have anything, but I think we are ending here. We shall do more. We can't stretch sessions beyond.
We have not done registration.
In the WhatsApp group, we are going to share the link for some time. If you are not registered, you go to the WhatsApp group. We are sharing the link there.
Attendance.